actually did a lot more of Disney Springs with the kids today than I expected, but there's a few stores I still want to go into. So we're going to have a good walk around. I'll talk about some of the areas which are great for food, for drinks, nice shops, and just have a little wander and see where we end up. Okay, this is going to be a long Disney Springs vlog, but it's a good place to go. One thing that I will favour in the UK is our traffic lights and roundabouts, because the traffic lights in America take forever. It's so slow. Yeah, and if you come off the 417, or if you come that way through Disney where you're on like the World Gateway and there's a CVS and Buena Vista Suites there, you will know the pain of those traffic lights. They are the worst traffic lights I have ever had to sit at in my life. And when we lived in Lake Nona, we'd always go to 417 on exit 6 and just get stuck going, stuck coming back. Oh, it used to drive us mad. So I'm just waiting in traffic lights to turn, to do a U-turn back towards Disney Springs, and I can see a studio warehouse for Hollywood Studios, and it just made me think of the the Studios tram. So the Studio tram tour, for those people that haven't done it, used to be, it was a backlot tour. You used to do a tour throughout different items from film sets, as well as different scene sets and kind of like items that they'd used in different movies. Let's finish this story before I give you a tip. So the backlot tour had props from different movies, and Walt Disney's plane was there, and it was super cool. But you would also go through one area, which I don't know if anyone remembers this, but it was the costume department, and you would see actual seamstresses working on costumes for movies and TV shows, and it was so cool, and I really miss it. And I know that's where Star Wars went, but it was really cool. So seeing that warehouse just made me have a little bit of a flashback. Okay, back to Disney Springs. So my tip for parking is orange is my favourite. Surface parking, make sure you get to as close to Search as physically possible. That's where security is, and that's where the exit is. If you are going to go in the Lime parking lot, the same applies to the rule that I'm about to give you. Always go to level 2, always, because that's the level that they have security on. So you don't want to be getting in an elevator or up and down an escalator just to get security. And then when you get into level 2, what you need to do is look up. Above every parking space is a light on a stick. Now there will be a sign at the end of each of the rows. Someone can't find their car clearly. Each of the rows with a number on it. But that doesn't necessarily update as quickly as the light above the parking space does. So the best thing to do is to look up. And where you see red, there's no spaces. Where you see green, you'll find a parking space. So I'll show you what I mean. So I just parked here, so you can see all of these red lights. See all the red? So when there's a parking space available, like there is there, it'll go green. So that's when you know there's a space, and that's what you head for. So not everybody knows that. Great little technique from Disney. So all you need to do is look up. Level 2 in any of the multi-stories, look up. Service parking is Cirque du Soleil. Nailed it. Right. So as far as the security, if you haven't seen my other videos, I'll run through it with you. Security, if you're in the Lime parking lot, is kind of central in level 2. If you are in the orange parking lot, which I just came down from, it's kind of over to the side. So it's over to the very far end of the parking lot as you come in. Up the ramps, it would be over to the right-hand side, I believe. So I got that right. As far as tips and tricks to get through security, yes, there are tips and tricks to get through security. Number 1 is that you need to make sure that if you have any of the following: umbrellas, selfie sticks, recording devices, charging ports, anything like that, glasses cases, anything that looks unusually shaped or is obscure as an item, like half the things I carry with me for vlogging, you need to make sure that you have those out of your bag and that you hold them an arm's length in front of you. So literally have them right in front of you, or the umbrellas, that's how you put them over your head. This is so that they can see what it is and they won't stop you at the bag check. The other thing to do, which is the only other real tip and trick, is keep walking. We are all very used to going through scanning devices, security checks and stopping. But the security guards will get very loud if you stop. So whenever you see the barriers on either side of you that are coming up the scanning devices, just keep on walking single file going through, and they will be absolutely happy as Larry with that. You see lots of people fumbling around, stumbling, going through in twos, and it must be so damn aggravating for them to have to keep saying single file. So when you use the devices, hold it out in front of you, and single file, keep on walking through the security. If you get stopped, all they do is ask you to go over to the other side, or one of the sides, where they'll just check your bag, make sure there's nothing else in there that you need to be concerned about. Security at Disney Springs, believe it or not, was something that was brought in COVID. Before that, anybody could just walk in. So I, for one, am really happy that they brought it in, because at least we know that they are policing it and trying to keep Disney as safe as they physically can. So I'm all for it. We've just got to get with the program. So it's very busy. Lots of buses. This is where, if you stay at a Disney resort, the buses will drop you off behind the Coach and Mac building, and you will come through this tunnel area. Just to give you some context, it is 6:15. It's the 10th of August. It is 100 degrees Fahrenheit. That's where we're at. We have had, like, between my friends and I, and what's really funny is we all have this kind of like, everybody in Florida does that lives here, has this joke and say that everybody lives in Florida but no one's from Florida. And it is very true. There are a lot of people who have moved here, people who retire here, all of that good stuff. But all of my friends are actually bar two Floridian, born and raised. So we were talking this week and discussing the weather at the minute. And it is safe to say, I've been coming here since I was 8 years old, I'm 36. And all of my friends are the same kind of age as me. And we were saying we do not remember a time when it has been this brutally hot. We've had weather advisories every single day. I haven't seen a storm, a proper storm, in days. It's very much, normally in Florida it's like a very humid heat. Gets very humid, has a big storm, clears out, gets humid again. But there has been no relief whatsoever in the weather at this point. No storms really going on. So it's much more of like a dry heat at the minute. So it feels very much like Las Vegas or Dubai, like any of those places where there's desert. And it is relentless, absolutely relentless. And a lot of the cast members are constantly telling you to drink water and get shade. Kind of giving you advice on that, because it is exceptionally hot at the minute. I am moseying my little tush over to the Trend store. So when I was here really on with the kids, we did manage to go in a couple of stores, but some of them we decided not to go in because it's just easier without a huge double stroller and they would be board rigid. So I'm just kind of heading over. I've got Uniqlo behind me, and I'm going to head over towards where the water is and then following it round to go to the Trend store. So this used to be really surfery. I haven't been in it for ages, but they used to have a lot of like Quicksilver and that kind of thing in there. Which isn't necessarily my thing. Sometimes I find the odd bit that I like, but I'm not much of a floral girl or that kind of print girl, leopard girl, and that's about as far as you get me. So we'll go and have a look, see what's going on. There's also a few places to get drinks around there, and they do also have live entertainment on in the evening, so let's go see what's going on. This dragon has been here for as long as I can remember. I think it's actually supposed to be a Loch Ness Monster, but it looks like a dragon snake thing. But it's been there forever. I love it. My main man Kylo Ren wanted to take me to the dark side with him, and I was half tempted, to be honest. Somewhere that I haven't been, I said I might go to tonight, is Ghirardelli. I haven't been there before. I am going to go into Basin and go and have a look at all the amazing scents and smells in there. But Ghirardelli, I saw someone with an ice cream before and it looked amazing. Okay, so on the stage over here is Dracy. He is on 7, 7:45, 9:15 and 10:15. If you haven't seen Dracy, go see him. He's really, really good and has been a staple at Disney or Disney Springs for years. Really, really talented singer, really puts on a show. He's great. He used to perform, and he may still do, over by the Hangar Bar, and that's where I used to watch him. But now he's on the main stage, which is behind me, right in front of the Wide World of Disney. He's great. Definitely go and see him. He gets you in a good old mood. There's also drinks carts like this located around there. There's also dockside margaritas where you can get margaritas, obviously, and soft drinks. So grab a soft drink, get a seat, go check him out. He's great. Also at the moment at Dockside Margaritas, there's a guy about to start playing. I'm not sure who that is, but I haven't seen them before. I don't ever really stop there, even though I just know the drinks are good. We've grabbed them here and there. But also outside Splitsville always have people singing and House of Blues as well. So there's lots of live music if that's your thing. Wander around, grab a drink, grab some snacks, bite to eat, go and check them all out. Definitely worth it. Okay, oh my goodness. Sienna would love this. I just got into the Tram store. We love that movie. We literally just watched it the other day. So she would be here for that. Absolutely here for that. Okay. What else do we got? Lots of Disney. There's my print. There's always kind of like this really cute retro 1950s vibe. I love it when women dress like this. I am not brave enough, but you see a lot of people really well dressed like that around Disney. Oh my goodness, that shirt's amazing. Unfortunately, we've got an XL, I think is the smallest I can see. I would legitimately wear it big because it is just so cute. I love that. This is all the Adventureland collection to do with Adventureland at Magic Kingdom. So you can see a little shout out to the Tiki Room. And it is adorable. Oh my goodness, Gigi, if you'd been here and seen that, would have just loved that vest. This one's for you, G. All of it, the shorts, the lot. A little bit of Disney denim. Both Sienna and I used to have a jacket with a Mickey Mouse on the back of it that we got from Gap years ago. I still have mine. She obviously said the outdoor work. We just have all of the Halloween collection in here in a minute. These spirit jerseys are amazing. So with Trend Store, if you go all the way through it, you end up in the Marketplace Co-op. So here they have a big selection of dog items, which is super cute. Oh, those pants are adorable. There's all kinds of different things in here, from kind of really trendy guys' clothing. That's amazing. This is the Tommy Hilfiger collection that they have done. You can also get this at Macy's in the kids anyway, and presumably you can in the adults. But we have seen kids who actually bought a shirt the other day from there in the kids section for myself.
Sorry, it was a little bit.
But this is adorable. Super cool. Loki collection. Oh, and a Loki Magic Band, that's ace. Really different. So if you want like the typical characters, but you want something with a bit of a twist, this is definitely a good store to look in. This is stuff that you won't find anywhere else in the park, and this makes me really happy to have Arla with me, because he'd be trying to get in there costume even though it's a girl's one. Super cool. The Wakanda Forever, amazing. Anybody that knows me knows I have an obsession with Disney homeware. So they still have the Candle Company here. It just doesn't seem that you can make your own, but they have all the Halloween collection in.
This is stupid.
And I have a good few plates at home. I just love the way they're kind of like hidden Mickeys. They're not really in your face. I absolutely just adore it. And if we lived out here right now, I'd be going wild for this stuff. But obviously, it's tricky to take it all home. Also love these little canisters that they've done for your coffee and tea. I love a bit of Tupperware, so that's cute. They did a good job with those, I like that. But they also have soft finishes like cushions and that kind of thing. Little Coco collection. Also in here is D-Tech. So here you can design different phone cases and things like that. Super cool, or you can buy ours already made. Very, very cool. Sienna would would be going insane in here. She's obsessed with different covers for her device. They are not cheap though. These are $35 basically plus tax. They are pretty cool. You come through here, this is Disney PhotoPass area. So if that's what you're after, your PhotoPass, I'm on the fence about it. But if you've never been before, I would definitely advise you do it. It's kind of like our version, well, America's version of Lush. Closest thing I can give you. Hello, how you doing? Here's the backgrounds. So this super cute Halloween collection. Two for $20. My kids would die over these. They love backgrounds. All the different characters, your villains, Maleficent, Aurora, heroes. These soaps, I mean, why would you not buy that for Christmas now and take it with you? It's so cute. Mickey gingerbread. We are in the process of buying a new house at the minute. And we've got a bit of work to do. We're never for Christmas collection. I have like soap dispensers because I'm very used to Bath and Body Works, but I'm thinking that I might have to do typical soap dispensers, just for like, just like a block of soap, like on a tray like that, because I just love these Mickey Mouse ones. Can we just have a moment for this? Bath bomb of all bath bombs. Amazing. So I just finished in Basin. So the soaps for $5 for $35. A lot of things are like a $5 for $35 or whatever on offer, so I couldn't resist getting some Halloween ones. I'm hoping to be in the house. We probably won't be by Halloween, but we could save them for next year. But for like the kids' bathroom upstairs, my bathroom, Chris's bathroom, yep, this is right, we have a separate bathroom, this is key to a happy marriage. So I couldn't resist on those, and then I got 2 of the perfume, solid perfumes. So I love my perfumes. These are super cute, they're quite strong with the fragrance, but all natural. So I got a pink sugar, and then I got a pink sands. I also nearly bought the lip, like blush lip balms, but I just thought, no, we're getting a bit heavy and a bit over the top here, so I stopped. So that was $63.83 for all of that. So it's not cheap in there, but these do last a long time, so I figured it was a good buy. I just grabbed a little pew over here just to finish my drink, have a breather in some shade because it's just so hot. But yeah, that's an amazing store. I absolutely love it. So definitely go in there. And what I find about blush sometimes when I'm at home is that it can be quite overpowering. The fragrance when you go in, whereas there it's not. It's quite soothing. And they do loads of different things. Bath bombs, all of it. You can fill in bath salts like in tubes, mini bath bombs in tubes. It's just adorable. Great for presents. I'm back here, as you all know, on the 28th of September, so I will, without a doubt, probably go in there then and get a few more things. We'll have a bit more of an idea about when the house is going to be good to go. Just where I'm sat right now is right by where the COVID entrance was for Wide World of Disney. So if you came during COVID, you will know that we could only go in through one door and exit through one door. And so in the beginning, when it was really, really bad, they would put a wait time out because it was so busy that people were still trying to get in. In Florida, a lot of our rules were basically just masks. So as long as you had a mask on, you could come, but you had to wear your mask everywhere. So inside, outside at Disney. So you can imagine 90-degree heat in the summer with a mask on outside was pretty intense and hard work to deal with, but we all managed and we all wanted to do it, so it was fine. but the wait time used to get up to like 65 minutes just to get into the store because they were staggering how many people were in at each time. So it's crazy to sit here now and think how different things are and how much more back to normal things are, which I am very thankful about. But Disney did do a great job of managing it all, and if we were ever put in such a circumstance again, at least we know that we know what to do now a little bit more, but hopefully it never happens. So I'm just sat here having a little moment, reminiscing, and I can hear at the waterside stage, Dre's band are warming up. So, and people are getting soaked by the Stitch that squirts water outside, which is always funny to watch, and people don't realise that it's there. So I'm going to go and have a look in this store behind me. I did go in with the kids today, but I want to have another look on my own, a little bit more at the clothing and the homeware. Chris and I have both discussed whether it's completely ridiculous for us to get a box and ship it home with some stuff in it for the kitchen, and yes, it probably is completely stupid. And I won't do it this time. However, if I see nice things, take some pictures, then maybe I'll do it next time when we're here. We'll see. Just miss my little bits. I do have a good few things from there, like from the Disney store already at home. And I remember saying about when we were in Epcot, the Mexico area and the Japanese area, I always buy plates, and we have sushi plates from Japan, we have margarita glasses from Mexico. So I do like to have a few things. So I'm going to have a good look at it, look at some more of the clothes, which I've not been able to see with the kids too much, and then start to make my way into the kind of more like normal shopping area where you have your Zara, your Sephora, Levi's, Uniqlo, that kind of thing. Well, I went to film for like a couple of minutes with Dre and ended up singing for the whole song. He's so good. Such good energy and a really good voice. Everyone was just getting it. I mean, you'll see in the videos. It was a blast. So just couldn't wait to get out in the sun because it's very hot, but that was so worth staying for. So I'm just having a mooch around the WideWater Disney now. So let's see what we can see. Have been eyeing up this short sleeve spirit jersey. I just think it's such a cool idea to have it short sleeved. But alas, I shan't. I feel like the release of Mandalorian has done wonderful things for Star Wars. Plus, Bolana's here and that kind of thing. But the merch is just so cute, and it is predominantly Grogu and Mando on it, so I'm all for it. So we're just in the middle section, which is kind of more like the women's clothing. I've always been a big fan of bags, backpacks specifically, I'm told. I haven't really seen any that I would necessarily buy at this point. I like the ones that are kind of more like this. So a bowling bag, not a backpack, but where it's more kind of like a print that you have to look twice at, rather than like, hey, here's Stitch. But these tops are adorable. They're really cute. Themed on all the tie-dye is really nice. I've seen these a few times. I'm really surprised Sienna hasn't tried to convince me to buy them. I had a shirt with this little birdie on it, but I kept for years and years. And then you've got like the vests and the joggers. It feels like they've gone more down there, as that we would say out here, athleisure wear. So lots of like different gym kind of style outfits. It has never been one for being overly dressy, but it is definitely more geared towards like that kind of gymmy vibe and joggers vibe. Every time I see Crocs, I just think, God, I wish I'd come up with that idea. They're everywhere, aren't they? And they're so freaking ugly, but yeah, I want a pair. It's wild, and I love olives. This is adorable. A bit of banana rack, if you need it, if Peter Pan on it. Grown up doesn't want a dress. I think that one's Louisa. Mirabelle. It's not actually adults, believe it or not, but this is an age 7 to 8, and I swear I could fit in it. Oh, this is quite cool. I'm up to buying that.
all of the new Ariel merch. I really like this bag, I think it's adorable. Really nice. I haven't actually seen it yet. Chris took the kids to see it when I was here. So, as in, like, I was here on my own. So I need to see it. Oh, Sebastian's still just hanging out. But yeah, I think this is like super cool merch. And I don't like the back. I don't like the tartan. But there is an MU cap that I have been putting off buying for about 10 years. I love this colourway that they've done. Reach for his face, that's adorable. But I think this is so cute for the summer. Very, very cute. That is something I actually probably would buy. I love it. Again, wish I invented Crocs. They're everywhere. All of the Halloween merch is in full-fledged action right now. So I really love this kind of like, a lot of neon this year. I love the neon vibe to it. Really are kind of focusing on like the retro 80s, 90s colours. Really more 90s and everything. When we did Mickey's Not So Scary, I did buy Sienna one of these and I had to buy one Arlo one the next year. But both of them broke and I haven't bought new ones because we don't live here. But this is something I've really had to convince myself not to buy. A, the eyes glow, love it, but it is that neon vibe again. Very cool. I'm not sure who needs a Bruno cape, but if that's you, great news. Hey. Okay, what became of it? No, I have already had to convince myself not to buy these utensils. It's very light, but I just love it. Yes. Oh, I used to have a little cappuccino. I don't drink cappuccino, but if I did, I'd be buying it. Again, this Toy Story vibe that they have done, they did pitch, they've shown this before on the Magic Kingdom vlog. I just love the colourway, I just think it's great. I'm obviously, I was born in the 80s, but I'm obviously really a 90s baby because that's when I grew up mostly. And I just want it. Oh my god, the kids would just love those plates. What are they? $40. Ooh, not that much. Sorry kids, you can eat off of the regular plates. Cute little tumblers. I have to say, I do think that the homeware has gone really expensive this year. But I do like these cushions, they're very cute. And any kind of movie one, they got it. These are so cute. What are we? $16.99 plus tax. But literally, any look you want. Your grandpa needs one. Maybe your Bella can't live. I guess it's a Abuela. It looks like an O to me, but it's an A. Can't live without it. It's your birthday. You really, really need a birthday mug. Or just any other reason. Literally. We got it. Again. Love. Just love. Oh, it just keeps getting better. And I mean, I wouldn't wear it, but I love it. This range is super cute. We saw a guy with a backpack, well, it was like a bun bag, funny pack of that. And he got it from the Shop Disney store, but we loved that. It looked great. He looked so cool. He looked great. I love the goofy one. We've gone full on neon again. As with all Disney, they let you see what you're getting yourselves in for. Loving the Dapper Dans. That's cool. I have to say, I think it's the first time that I've probably just not really been that interested in any of the shirts. And I have bought a couple, don't get me wrong. But normally I'm like, get them all. And this year I've kind of been like, I'm not too sure about any of them. So I'm going to go into Amorette's Patisserie. They always do really cool, quirky things in here. So at the minute, it's all about flavours of Florida. So this is the little birdie bird, which you can see was on that shirt before. And this is to do with the little stand at Magic Kingdom where they do like the orange flavoured Dole Whip. So they have the strawberry spritzer where you can get it in a Corks cooker. That's why it's $40. But Corks are really expensive. So if you get a drink and that, it's kind of cheap actually. But in here, it's like a really cute patisserie. So they do pair your pastry to the massive lovely. Dome cakes, eclairs, cheesecakes, signature cakes. It's incredible in here. Kind of get the gist. So in here you can also do a mobile pickup order, which is cute. So cheers to that. So Levi's, every time I get my shorts, this is always where I get them from, believe it or not. I know that's so random, but I literally will not buy them for years and then come to this store. It's a really, really good one. I'm gonna have a little look in Uniqlo, but I'm just gonna go and find myself a little seat for a minute to enjoy my glass of beers. I can see that my sister's texting me pictures of the kids because they've convinced her to go for a night swim. I could see the message popped up and it said, your kids should be lawyers. So I'm gonna have a look at those pictures and then go and have a look at the rest of the stores. So you've seen me kind of wander around parks in general and had a variation of 2 people to 8 people, you know, all the difference, 4 or 5, because we've kind of had a bit of a mix this summer. But if you're a solo traveller, Disney is somewhere where I have to say you will never feel alone. I have had many days wandering around Disney Springs on my own when we lived out here and the kids were in nursery. On top of that, I have been to the parks by myself and I loved it because as much as I love the adventure with the children, I also really, really enjoyed getting to go into the kind of nooks and crannies of parks that you wouldn't necessarily see. So I went through every single element of each country in Epcot. I would go and do rides that I wouldn't necessarily go and do with the kids. I would go and eat in places I wouldn't necessarily go and eat. I would look for the more adult side of things to go and do, you know, and just really kind of make the most of it in that way. So don't ever be intimidated by being on your own here as well. If you really want to come out to Orlando and you've never been and you don't have anyone to travel with, call me. No, if I can't make it, then just do it. Just do it. If you want to be in Disney, stay on property. There's a multitude of different options, right down from your lower kind of price resorts like Pop Century, Art of Animation, all the way up to the Grand. Budgets are just really easy to kind of facilitate, and if you can't afford to stay on property, then it's really easy to stay close by or stay in a partner hotel like Wyndham, where it's not owned by Disney, but it is still on property. If you don't want to drive, they will often have bus shuttles still going to the parks and to Disney Springs. But driving is super easy out here, but also guess what? Uber's really cheap, so it's so easy to do that. So don't ever be afraid of put off, just book yourself the ticket, let me know how the trip goes, get on with it, enjoy it. So if you do go in the Lion Garage, then it is right next to Polite Pig and you will come out facing Uniqlo. There is also restrooms behind the elevator, the escalator, there is also elevators. I'm going to head into Lululemon. So the Lululemon store minute is here. So it's near Sprinkles, basically, in Pandora, but they are actually building a bigger store, which I will walk you past shortly so that you can see where that's going to be. This store is relatively small for a Lulu store, so I won't bother showing you what's in here, but I'm sure it'll be... Okay, no joy. Lulu was very busy. Wildly busy, in fact. So, a very quick look. They had only light and medium support, and I couldn't move unless there was an earthquake kind of vibe. So I skedaddled on out of there. It is a small store for Disney Springs and for Lululemon, so when the bigger one's in, I think that'll be much better. They did also bring in Fabletics here, but I have a membership back home with Fabletics, so I won't be going in there because I can't use my membership here. They do also have Under Armour, but I'm just not a massive Under Armour fan. I think it's a bit more masculine. So Sephora is on my hit list, and I want to go and have a look in Anthropologie as well. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. By the way, if you haven't got Fabletics account and haven't looked at Fabletics, I can highly recommend it. Their gym gear is amazing and well priced if you do a membership. Okay, Anthro is right around this corner. Let's get it. One thing I do like about Disney Springs is the ambiance at night. It's very pretty. So I went behind Zara because we have in England and it's slightly more expensive, I would say, here. So Sephora, done. I just got some of the JVN Jonathan Ness products. It goes without saying that I have an obsession with him. All of them really, let's be clear. All of the Fab Five, but I do especially love him. I also love that his hair, although in a lot better condition than mine is, has the same kind of like weird wavy texture. His isn't weird, mine is. His looks amazing. Anyway, knowing that he is all about that kind of like beachy, natural wave, really good conditioned hair, silky smooth. I love the way he wears his hair. I wish mine would look like that. So I bought a couple of his products that I'm going to try out because I really like the idea of his stuff. I also, in a gift set that we got the other week, we had some of the Sephora mascara. I did actually buy a Sephora mascara and then I tried this other one and I liked that just as much, if not maybe slightly more, so I just bought another one of those as well. And apparently I've just received VIP status in there, which I don't know whether to be proud or concerned, to be honest. Shows off my shop in there. Okay, so as promised, here is the Lulu. This used to be an UGG store, so just for some kind of guidance, it's opposite Free People, just before you go under the covered walkway. So it's going to be probably twice the size of the one that is here now, if not more. So I'm going to go into American Threads. I love this store, it's very cute. Francesca's is also really sweet, which is around the back of Anthropologie. And then I'm also going to go to Sugar Boo, which is like a house store and Fit to Run. And whilst I've been enjoying this solo shopping trip, I've realised I haven't had anything to eat. So I need to figure out something to eat relatively soon because I'm pretty much ready to call it a day after these 3 stores. There's no more stores I want to go into. I will just have a walk round to show you guys the Boathouse, which you've seen me go to before if you've seen the other vlogs, and then there's Hanger Bar and there's Wine Bar George, all really cute places. So I'll maybe try and grab a bite to eat somewhere. I could just pick something up easy peasy. I was going to go to Blaze, I just don't feel like it. I don't want any burgers, so I'm not going to Deluxe. Have a little think about it.
Break your back, bend your back, bend your back. Don't care why you did do me, I don't care. I don't care, don't care. Why you did do me, I don't care. I don't care, I don't care. Why you did do me, I don't care. I don't care, don't care. Why you did do me, I don't care.
Just to give you some context, again, the current temperature, it's like 8:15. I'm on my app, it's in Celsius because obviously I'm British. I work in both, but if you ask me to calculate them, no. However, on my app, it currently says that it is 31 degrees centigrade, Celsius, centigrade, whatever. And we do have some very dumb moments, don't we? But it feels like 38. It kind of feels right now, and it's been like this for the last few days, in that it's like it kind of drops down a little bit at like maybe 6:30 p.m. and then it goes to like 8 p.m. and goes, no, they haven't suffered enough today. Let's crank up that oven a little bit more. And it just gets hotter and hotter. And I'm on fire. And now I've decided I'm starving, so I need to go get some food. Haven't been to a cupcake ATM. Really feel like that would make your life better. Great news. Is a cupcake ATM at Sprinkles. Can't say I've ever eaten one of their cupcakes, but the kids have and said they're good. Coming at the back of Morimoto Asia, which I haven't been to in years, and the last time I went it wasn't great, but I've heard people, and I probably mentioned this in other vlogs, say it's amazing again now. I'm very tempted to just go to Erin McKenna's and go and get cupcakes, coffee cake, after talking about it earlier on today, but I'm not going to, alas. But I will walk around there and just kind of show you the night side of this part, the nightlife of this part. So there is the Irish bar. You get all the Guinness you need, and they quite often have live music on there as well. And if you really want fish and chips, great news, this is your place. Road. But if you're like me and you know that no one's going to do it as good as your chippy at home, don't bother. But this is where you would go for fish and chips. So Paddlefish is straight ahead of me right now. We talked about that earlier. Looks really pretty. But we won't get distracted by a rooftop glass of anything. We are going to keep walking and head towards the boathouse. So the boathouse I've been to lots of times. Great food. It's pricey, but it is good. But one of my favourite things to do is to sit out on the dock at the back and just get the chips and dip and a drink and watch the amphicars around the lake. So let's have a little bit of a look at that. Sounds a little bit more country, which I like. Actually, it might be a bend. So there's your amphicar. Oh no, there's no amphicar. Must all be out. Oh, it is country. Great too. Okay, Wine Bar George is a little favourite of mine. They have a cute bar down here, and then the dining room upstairs. Really good for food. Can recommend the meatballs and drinks, and then the handlebar again. Little apps, great drinks, nice little outdoor area. Just a little takeout at Wine Bar George, and you can see the dining area upstairs. If you haven't seen my vlog before about Gideon's, do not bother lining up here. There is a gorgeous farmers market in Lake Baldwin, which is near downtown, and that's where the original Gideon's was, and it's still there. So the line is literally half the line here. They still line up, don't get me wrong, but it's nothing like this. So if you want to go try a Gideon's Bakehouse, go to Baldwin. Beautiful farmers market, gorgeous lake that you can walk around, great dog park if you have a dog, loads of nice restaurants nearby. That's a really nice afternoon out. So I mentioned earlier that STK and Ocean are a great place to go. I am going to go, I've decided, to Chicken Guy. Now this is a place that Guy, let's see if I can get his name pronounced right, Fieri? I don't know whether I pronounced that right or not. I know who I mean, because he also did the menu for Planet Hollywood. Do I think I just said his name right? Probably not. Let's hope I did. However, they have a really good chicken place here where you can get like skewers, really fresh and lovely. So I'm going to head there and then head back to my car because again, busier and busier. I am very, very shiny, which means I'm hot. I am about to walk past another area of music, which is in front of the Orange Car Garage. So there's music everywhere. Really like the way that they do it, and that it kind of goes from like one area, and just as you walk out of that area, it's a new band playing, and they're everywhere, all throughout the night. So if you want a night of light music, drinks, good food, Disney Springs is your jam, let's be clear. Planet Hollywood behind me did have a whole new menu and a bit of a refurb a few years back. I've been there once since then and it's still okay. If you want that kind of vibe, then probably actually go to the Hard Rock at City Walk because the food is really good there. But Planet Hollywood is so famous, like if you've never been here you kind of need to go. So, Chicken Guy. So good. All these sauces. Oh, buffalo, yes please. I will probably do a grilled tenders. I might do a salad with it. Okay, I'm going to do grilled tenders, 5 of them because I'm hungry. And I'm going to do the American slaw, and I'm going to get some fried pickle chips for Sienna. I really like the avocado creamer sauce, and I like the buffalo. So I'm going to do those 2, definitely, and then maybe another one. I want a milkshake, not gonna lie. Chocolate. Okay, I ordered pretty much one of everything. And this is the best chocolate milkshake I've ever had in my life. And that's loud. contemplating taking the stairs to try and work off this milkshake, but I'm not. I'm gonna get the escalator because I'm lazy, and this is so good. This shake actually has, this is a chocolate shake, chunks of chocolate in it. It's so good. I should have just really got this as a meal. I would definitely recommend checking it out anyway. I've been a good few times and I've always really enjoyed it. But get the shake. Sorry, I have chocolate in the back of my teeth. So that's me. She's hot, she's sticky. She's got a few good things. Off to my car, get myself back. I'm going to eat this back at the hotel. Go and relieve Stephanie, who has put up with the monsters convincing her to go swimming. But that was all in all a really, really nice bit of me time, night, shopping, little glass of beers. Perfect. So, is this the end of the Disney vlog? Disney Springs videos? At this point in time, I'm thinking this is the end of this Disney vlog. But I wouldn't put it past us to end up here again before we leave. But either way, I hope you've managed to gain lots of information from the vlog. Any questions you ever have about anything, please feel free to get in touch, drop me a message. Contact me by commenting below or find me on Instagram. But for now, she's lost her car. I've lost my car. I probably walk past it. They need car locating. They probably have car locating here. I'm gonna get in my car when I find it and get home to my kitty winks, get some food down me and get a really good night's sleep. So, as always, thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one, and I hope I'm not as sweaty as I am right now. God help me.